Welcome back to the last hour of the BYU Football Media Day live web chats. And we are here with the Jurgens twins, and they're not even talking to me right now. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll rein it in. So how are you guys doing?
We're good.
Yeah? How's the summer been?
It's been awesome. Just living the summer life, working out.
Yeah? What do you guys do for fun in the off season?
That's a good question.
We haven't even gotten to the hard-hitting questions yet, so if you're taking some time to think about that one.
I go on dates.
Okay, good.
Trying to, find a wife.
Mm-hmm. That's a good goal.
Doing the good old stuff.
So I'm married.
Are you doing the same?
No.
I've been married for about 6 months now, and so.
Really? Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, okay, who's who? Right, real quick.
So I'm Garrett.
Garrett, Mitch.
We should have had you guess.
I know, but it would have been terrible. So, but speaking of dating, I wanted to ask, do you guys have any good dating stories where, like, you were on a date, maybe you went in the bathroom, you guys switched? Did you ever do that? Because you guys are...
I think growing up, we would have loved to do things like that, because they always ask the question if we've ever switched classes, but we were so shy when we were young that the fear of getting in trouble or anything... I don't know if it's the way our parents raised us, but because we were so scared of getting in trouble, we never pulled anything off like that. But we should have taken advantage of that coming home from our missions. But I was so gun-ho on dating who's now my wife that I wouldn't even give him the chance to try to
Dang it.
I think that was the other thing. Like, I'd be down to switch, but I'd be nervous that he'd, kind of woo her, and then I wouldn't have a shot, And so it's kind of like that selfish. Yeah, it was that selfish, that attitude toward dating. It was like, I'm not going to let you date the girls that I want to date. So.
Well, that makes sense. Well, that's smart. I just think I just have this elaborate story in my head of you guys just doing some swap. And, I don't know. It would have been awesome. Maybe in the next life.
Maybe.
So who's older between the two of you?
So I've got him by 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Do you take advantage of that? Do you ever?
I do. Actually.
Okay. How do you do that?
It's when the opportunity presents to pull the big brother card, whether it's
getting the bigger room.
Yeah.
He drives more. Kind of the passenger seat guy.
For 2 minutes.
It's the 2 more minutes of wisdom that I feel like I have. So when we do drive, I feel like the responsible one. And so.
I bet that's good. Yeah. So we're gonna look at a picture here. Just tell me what's going on here. And who? Can you guys guess who is who? Do you even know yourself?
That's a good question. If I could take an educated guess to see who's who, I think.
I've got a guess.
Am I on the right?
I would say I'm on the left.
Okay.
I mean, I can't tell you.
I can't
tell you the answer. I have no idea.
We could call it my mom, and she would know. But
she was the one who sent us that picture, so she would know. So what is the key to telling you guys apart?
So the difference is, so I have a mole on my neck right here, and so everyone in the locker room says Mitchell mole, and then Garrett without mole. So, when they come up to us and try to tell us apart, it's kind of like grab the face, turn it, and just to figure out who's who.
But because it's in a hard spot to see, no one even tries to tell us apart. It's just Jurgens. And so.
They can't lose with that.
Whether they're talking to me or Mitch, we both answer to Jurgens, so that's the universal name for us.
There's some other, we're going to show you some other pictures. So there's some other famous twins here. Who do you guys relate to the most? The Barber twins. We have Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. T and Tamara Mowry. Here we go.
Great twin pictures.
Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we should just do a pose like that, and then we could feel like the Olsen twins. But
who did you, even growing up, who did you most relate to? Because I'm sure you're like, oh, they're twins.
Playing football, we loved watching the Barber twins. One's on offense, one's on defense. Mm-hmm. We still have that today. I'm on offense, Garrett's on defense. And so we admired the Barber twins, Tiki and Rondé, and so yeah.
So you're from Houston, Texas. Mm-hmm. Both. That was a dumb thing to say. You're from Houston, Texas. And why'd you guys decide to come to BYU? We'll start with you.
So our whole family's come to BYU. BYU is a pretty easy decision in our family. My dad went to BYU. Both our older siblings went to BYU. And so it was definitely in our bloodline to go to BYU. And we grew up BYU fans. We have family here in Provo. and also in Salt Lake. And so we'd come up every
At least
what do you
once a
call
year.
it? Spring break. We'd come up every spring break, and the one thing on our list to do was get a new BYU hat.
Aw.
And so growing up, we were huge BYU fans. So when the opportunity came to play football, we didn't pass it up. So.
Well, I hope you guys got the opportunity to. I mean, they had that 4 decades of dominant show. So there are so many BYU greats in the building right now. So I bet you're just like kids in a candy store if you were that big of BYU fans growing up.
The people we grew up watching. So it's awesome to be around here.
Once a kid, always a kid.
That's
so.
right. I agree with that. Okay, we're going to play a little game. That's something weird that Mitch Matthews wrote, so we'll just ignore
Pit
that.
stains. Okay.
That was supposed to be for Dennis Pitta.
Okay.
So we're going to ask you some questions, and you guys are going to give me one-word answers about each other, okay?
Okay.
The first one is one word to describe Mitch's umpire strike calls. One word. Five seconds.
Oh.
Okay. And read it the way you wrote it. So we'll start with you.
Should I
Garrett.
reveal it?
Yeah, reveal it. Go ahead.
Okay. Lousy.
See, you know,
Do I have to explain
Yeah, you have to
that?
explain why.
So it wasn't until watching a couple games last night on just MLB games, and he might think, I mean, he's going to show you his word. I can see it right here. It's fierce.
you know?
I say lousy because after watching all these Major League Baseball teams, he could put a lot more into his strike calls.
Well, give us a demonstration of one of his lousy calls, can you?
There's times he forgets to call strike 3. It's strike, and then the kid starts walking off. He's like, oh, 3.
He's following a butterfly.
You're done. Yeah. And so,
I'm trying my best, you know.
And why is
sometimes
yours
it faces-
fierce?
I feel like I do get into it, you know. It's
Will you give us a
something-
demonstration? Let's see a demonstration.
absolutely. I got to redeem myself.
Okay,
so,
let's see.
All right, so the pitch comes. It's a strike. Strike! You know, that's pretty.
I like that.
Lousy.
That's fierce.
lousy.
That was fierce to me.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, we're going to move on to the
Okay.
next one.
Okay.
Describe each other's personality in one word. Can't be the same word.
One word. Each other. So I'm
Each
describing
other's.
his.
Okay.
Lousy and fierce are not options.
Yeah, I'll not do that one.
Mitch, do you have yours ready?
I got it.
All right, let's see yours first.
Okay. I'm gonna say calm,
Okay.
and I'm writing this as a compliment. So under very high pressured situations, I think he's a very calm and collected, and can be confident as well. And so I'm gonna go with calm.
Okay.
Okay. Once again, polar opposites. I would say energetic.
Oh my gosh. This is fascinating.
If you ask our family, though, there's one kind of center of the attention kind of guy who gets. My whole family. So I have 3 brothers and a sister, and so when we're all together, we got a big family, and there's one person that can be in the center, just making everybody laugh. It's Mitch. So he's the energetic one, and we all just laugh watching him. So.
Okay. This really is fascinating.
Okay.
Just these opposites. One more for you guys. BYU's record at the end of the season. Your prediction. Of course.
Go
ahead and show it.
Did you have to ask?
Hey, Bronco's not watching. It's okay. No, just kidding. Is that what you guys honestly believe?
Oh yeah, we can. I mean, we can do it. I think, you know, the way that we've trained this off season, you know, not just us, but the entire team. And there's a new energy. There's a new intensity and fire under everyone, and this is what we want. You know, we didn't like losing that last game in Memphis, and so coming here, preparing, you know, the best we can. You know, I think we all see an undefeated season, national championship.
And we've won big games, and so there's a lot more big games this year. And so if we just take one game at a time, each win's a big game, but you count them all up, and that's 14.
I like it, guys.
So-
I was also told that you both speak Spanish, and this is the point where we're supposed to be transitioning to a Spanish web chat. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions in Spanish. You guys okay with that?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, ¿cómo aprendieron a hablar español?
Bueno,
En la misión. Serví mi misión en México, en
¿Qué
DF,
parte?
en la Ciudad de México.
Okay.
Y regresamos hace 2 años. Y sí, aprendemos ahí en la misión.
sí.
¿Y tú?
Y yo serví mi misión en Perú. Chiclayo.
Chiclayo.
Está en el norte de Perú.
Ok, sí.
Entonces nosotros regresamos casi el mismo día hace 2 años.
De verdad.
Entonces ha sido un poco tiempo, entonces me cuesta mucho hablar el español ahora.
Iba a preguntar eso. ¿Hace cuánto tiempo que han hablado? ¿Hablan juntos o no?
Necesitamos hablar mucho más juntos.
Yo
Sí, a
también.
veces hablamos juntos en el español, pero sí tenemos que hacerlo más para mantenerlo.
Sí.
Pero ¿dónde
Igualmente.
aprendió?
Yo hice la misión en Chile,
Ah, ok.
Chile.
¿Qué parte?
abajo de Perú, en Concepción,
Ah, ok. Está
hace
bien.
mucho tiempo atrás. Si alguien viene a Provo por la primera vez, ¿dónde le aconsejaría ir?
Pues yo diría a comer tacos de México.
¿Dónde?
Hay unos lugares aquí cerca. No recuerdo cómo se llama.
¿Brasas?
Las Brasas, yo creo.
Brasas,
Tiene
ok.
tacos bien sabrosos. Y porque yo serví en México y comía. Sí, ha sido un tiempo.
Está bien.
Comía muchos tacos y los extraño mucho, pero hay un lugar aquí donde pueden comer tacos bien ricos.
Garrett, ¿y tú?
Yo diría al estadio.
¿Estadio?
A un partido de fútbol americano.
Qué bueno.
Creo que es un lugar bien precioso y puede sentir los sentimientos que todos los que están en Provo sienten.
Sí.
Entonces sería un buen lugar.
Sí, perfecto, estoy de acuerdo. Gracias por estar aquí con nosotros.
Sí, gracias.
Y en algunos momentos vamos a hablar con Adam Heaney y Kyle Johnson. Quédate ahí.